All right, hello there. Welcome to Tech and Cash. Good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. Finally, we're here. This very exciting game, the final for the striolated Mannequin Mayhem Cup. So, for my co-host today, I have Groovenstein. How are you doing, Groovenstein?
Hey Ray, I am doing wonderfully. How are you?
I'm doing well. How excited are you for this final?
Oh, it's great, man. It's two of our top 10 ELO players, and this is I think we're going to see some peak wingspan here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we started with 40 players in this tournament, and then we have two stages, multiple rounds, and finally we arrive at the two finalists. We have Devim and Flan. And I also put together a stat list for our two finalists today, so I guess we can take a look at that.
The tail of the tape.
Oh yeah. So look at this. Well, we have, so for our finalists today, we have Devim from Denmark and Flan from the United Kingdom. So they're currently highly ranked on Elo. So Devim is at 6, and then Flan is at 2nd. And Devim is also the first person on the server to reach to break the 1300 Elo. So and their highest Elo was 1321 and Flan at 1260.
Ooh.
Still pretty impressive. And for the overall win rate, I guess Devim has a slight edge here with 68%, but not bad for Flan as well at 63. And this is the most interesting part for their head-to-head matches. They have played 14 games, and they each have won 7 of those. So
Ooh.
I would say they're pretty much neck to neck. Yeah. And well, both of them has been with the server for a long time. So Devim has played in 16 tournaments, make it to 7 finals, and have won 2 of the tournaments. On the other hand, Flan has played in 14 tournaments, make it to the final twice, but haven't won any champion yet. So this might as well be their very first champion and win for the tournament. So this is going to be very exciting.
Wow, Davim's made 7 finals out of 16.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
they definitely one of the strongest player we have on the Discord. And fun fact about Devim, did you know, Groove, do you know what Devim means?
I think I do. Do you want me to guess? I think they said it means the fish.
No, it's not the fish, but
It's not the fish. Okay.
you want to take another guess?
Uh, the Veem.
With your limited French, what does the means?
uh, or of.
Okay,
Right?
yes.
Yeah.
So the Vim actually means from Vim, and apparently that's where the Vim family is from. It's a small commune in northern France. So there you go.
Okay. So then they got lost one day going home and ended up in Denmark.
More or less. I mean, we can ask the Vim after the game what was the real history, but yeah, someone make me to say that fun fact. I'm not gonna say who, but there you go. That's fun fact for the Vim. And I guess it's only fair we also do another fun fact for Flan as well. So here we go. Flan like to get his fingers sticky with toffee puddings. How about that?
I wish there was a cop car emoji right now because I would be slapping it on what you just said.
Well, that's also what someone wanted me to say, but whatever. All right. I think that's enough fun facts. So I think it's time to get the game started before I get more cop cars.
Yeah. There you go. I'm kind of wondering why these two guys only have 3 eggs of karma. Like, are they quitting a lot of games?
That is very
What
interesting.
what is going on there? Maybe that's how they pump up their ELO by quitting many games.
Yeah. Or they just have bad form when they play online, so hard to say.
Yeah. Conspiracy time.
Conspiracy time, always. Alright, we can save that for later because looks like Flan Hands is coming up. I'm not sure who is starting first.
Well, looks like Flan, and that is not a great draw. Fish Crow in the tray, certainly nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see if Flan is gonna keep the corn door because he really hates the corn door. But I think the corn door is nice here. But it's probably just me. Alright, looks like they're going full in with the egret and probably the fish crow. Yeah, there's no way they're passing up on the fish crow.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty mandatory at this point. He figured first move is to take the fish crow and then probably get the egret down, get that fish crow down. Start drawing cards and getting to look at some cards, figuring out what he's gonna play.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. Flan is contemplating on the corn door. He doesn't want to give me the satisfaction that he's picking up the corn door, but I think it's I think it's quite good here. I mean, you either play the corn door in the grassland or the wetland, it will save you some eggs or give you some extra eggs, so I don't see why not. Except for pride, I guess.
For pride, yeah. No doubt. No, yeah, it's a good way. I mean, it's it's gonna be slow going on the food front for him because he's gonna have to he's only gonna be able to get one piece of food per egg. So a bird like the condor that can help either get his wetlands out 2 spots so he can look at more cards, or his grassland so that he's getting 2 eggs and 1 food per activation makes a lot of sense. But I don't, with this draw, like I don't see him worrying about his forest for a while.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ooh, look at here. What do we have? We have quite a few good birds I can see. You have the brand, you have the hawk, the highly controversial brand, but you also have the omnivore, so that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the house finch is an instant keeper.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, you cannot pass up on a tier A bird like the house finch. It's just gonna generate you so much points and save you so much turn if you draw some bad cards. So yeah, and
yeah, I mean here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you talk about the brant and it being such a controversial bird. I mean, if in Flan's position, the brant would be brilliant right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That is absolutely true. I guess they are pretty equal in terms of bonus card as well, since Flan started with Ulogis, which is, typically a guaranteed 6 points. And then the Vim has the Omnivore, which has a lot of potential to score really big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you think he's considering the brant versus the gallinule? I mean, the brant would be a quick way to get a wetland bird down, and whatever 3 cards he picks up, even if he doesn't use them. I mean, with that finch, that gives him 3 cards to cycle, which is really nice. At the beginning, he can really start to get some eggs down on that finch and get looking at some cards.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's looking at that versus the gallinule? I mean, the gallinule seems a bit expensive at this point.
It is true. I'm also a little bit surprised that they did not consider the hawk because, oh, look at this, Route 16.
Oh.
Route 16.
Oh.
Do we have another Route 16? Okay, no. But I am a little bit worried for Davim here for their forest because they pass up on the hawk. So now, how are they gonna get their food engine going?
Yeah, I mean, you start to look at that titmouse and think, maybe if he grabs that, can take a piece of food, get that down, and then start to get he can trade whatever food he wants to get rid of, or excuse me, whatever cards. If he doesn't want the Osprey or the Merganser, I mean, those are cards that he can toss with the titmouse to get his other birds down.
Yeah. Now, ooh, look at this tray. Yeah, there's no forest bird in sight. I guess the Vim backup plan would be to play the Martin and then cycle through card in the grassland and hoping to find a forest bird.
He could, but see, then, yeah, I mean, he'd be trying to draw a one food bird there.
Yeah. With no food left.
Yeah, and he's already got, in essence, a one food bird because, he only has to take one piece of food to get that down. So it looks like that's the approach he's going to take, is get the titmouse down and then ditch, most likely the I would say he would ditch the Merganser, even though it is an omnivore bird, but it's just...
I guess I was a little bit surprised that Flan played a Condor in the forest here.
Yeah.
I would have played in the wetland to kind of save some birds or eggs, but I guess for the second EOR, it's nice to have a bird up there as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's looking to get... So let's see, he can get the hawk down, lay some eggs, and get a piece of food, and then get the egret down, and then he's all set up to draw cards.
Yeah.
To draw 2 cards on the next round.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a very nice setup for Flan here. I really like it. But
yeah,
I must...
it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that both setups seems pretty balanced here. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm curious about why Davim chose, not to throw a card for the extra food. I'm guessing he's going to. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I guess, they really wanted those cards to cycle with their House Finch and the Martin. It is a little bit slow to set up the grassland here, but once it's set up, it's a clean 5 points engine. So, it is very tasty, that grassland. And all right, so we have round 2. Nothing particularly good in the tray that I can see. Ooh, look at this Mockingbird.
Oh.
This is really, starting to look really good for Davim here. If they get the House Finch, the Mockingbird, now you're talking about a 6-point engine with just 3 birds. You don't even need the 4th bird, seriously.
Yeah, and if when he's cycling over these next couple turns, if he can get lucky and pick up, say, a Tohi, for example, I mean, he can grab that crane as well and just crush it.
Yeah, and with a double or triple cycling, yes, you bet you're gonna find that food generating bird in the grassland, quite possibly, not guarantee. Yeah, Flan on the other hand, they drew the Puffin but also drew the Wren, so that was a little bit unfortunate. I don't think they like to see the Swift either, but potentially it can work. if they want to tuck the wren. But looks like they are going for the crossbill here. Oh, look at this. If I were the Vim, I'll probably pick up the hummingbird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Elsie's favorite hummingbird. I mean, how could you not?
I know. Shout out to Elsie here. Yeah, because this is super nice. The hummingbird, the 2 cherries, work for both the house finch and the mockingbird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy, but the Vim engine is basically done to have the house finch, the mockingbird, and the black-chin hummingbird. That's 4 birds in the grassland. And yeah, they're really good to go.
Yeah, now see, the interesting thing for Flynn, it looks like Flynn is sizing up that, or preparing to get that crossbill down in the forest. And, when they do, I mean, Devim, that puts a much higher value on that crane because you figure you're going to get at least, 2 or 3 wheat from that.
Yeah. I also don't understand why Flan spent that 1 turn to get that 1 food. Did they use that grassland or did they use the forest? I think they used the grass. They used the grassland.
The grassland, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, look at that. Poor Raven.
Oh, which rule is that?
We have to consult with Mother Love here. He's the keeper of all the wingspan rules here.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. Why did they pick up the cherry? I guess.
Well, they need they need for the finch and the mockingbird. They're going to need 2 of them.
Yeah, I guess that was a little bit conservative that they skipped the black-chin hummingbird there. But yeah, I mean, knowing that my opponent have the crow, I probably won't mind giving them an extra cherry if I can use that cherry myself, but it's all personal taste, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think my preference is a little bit, I tend to default more towards the denial route. If I see my opponent can only get 1 piece of food per turn, I'm not inclined to give them an extra one, but I think you can make an argument either way.
Yeah. But in this case, like if they get the cherry, they can get the house finch and mockingbird down. Having those 2 down early, is I think 1 cherry can make up for it. So Flan started. Yeah, Flan is really counting on this 3rd round new tray here. So. Because they really don't have good birds in their hand. There's really no direction for them, except for the big puffin. In the meantime, like the Vim already makes 6 points with their omnivore, and they have a strong grassland engine coming. So
yeah, that's another great thing about the omnivore with that with any of the the hummingbirds or the American crow or whatnot. Anytime it's like you got a 6-point bird for 1 food, which I think is the only time, or about the only time, that situation exists where you can get 6 points for 1 food.
All right. Oh, look at this. Not great.
Oof.
Yeah. Flan is really looking for either predator or some grassland engine bird. I mean, if they can find predator to play in the grassland, that would be perfect because they're scoring for falconer and building up their grassland. But right now the tray is just a bunch of random bird, and the bird feeder also not what they wanted to see, I bet, because I think they were planning to get fish to play the puffin, and they just ended up with random grub and grain, so that's a little bit unfortunate too.
Yeah, no doubt. And man, Devim's got to be loving this.
I know. I mean, look,
food.
Devim got all the food that they need. They have the food they need to play the house finch and the mockingbird. Again, that 6-point engine there. it's gonna snowball really quickly.
Yeah, it's not right now. It's not looking good for hashtag Flans fans.
Flans fan. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Hashtag Flans fans and hashtag the Devim team.
Yeah, the Veeam team. All right, looks like they're kind of delaying that decision here. Like they're trying to make enough food to play the puffin before they draw a card. I can understand that. Oh yeah, but at the same time, we are inching towards the end of round 3 here, and Flan still need to play 2 more birds to score the maximum for Ulogis. So, yeah, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, how are we looking on the end of rounds here? I think Devim has the edge on that for this round. Looks like he's got 2 bull nest birds to Flan's 1. Of course, once Flan gets the puffin down, he'll have 2, but Devim gets the finch down, and then he's got 3. So
yep, look like it's gonna be in Devim's bag for this end of round here. Yeah, again, Flan is really Flan's game is really counting on whatever next draw that they're gonna take. So if they can draw some predator grassland bird, I think they will have a fighting chance. Otherwise, it gets worrisome for Flan.
yeah, I mean, if you look, Flan's only got 6 birds down right now. The puffin to make 7, and the next time that they draw cards, he's only going to be getting 2 cards. So
yeah,
and he's got no way to cycle them.
Yep, that is the tough part. Without a tug and draw, you're stuck with whatever card that you draw, and looks like they're gonna have to draw 2 from blind. So yeah, it's look at this. What do we have here? Oh, that's not great either. The viticulturalist and the next box builder. It's gonna be tough. I mean, they're probably thinking maybe they can pick up the woodpecker, but I don't know if it's worth it if they have to play in the forest by spending 2 eggs. But it looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, if he's thinking, okay, I can grab the woodpecker and the bunting and make that viticulturalist, and then
the Ulogis.
Yeah, and then he'll be able to, to get maximum eggs before the game is up.
Yeah, I mean the only thing is, yeah, if they pick up the bunting, they don't have that many bonus to maximize it. I mean, they only have the 1-star nest and the crossbill. It might be tight. They might be able to make it work, but I mean, they make the right call to play it safe here, because look at what other birds they would have drawn otherwise. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and even the thing with the bunting, because you're right, he just doesn't have that much bull nest space, and whereas Devim has more than enough bulls for everyone. But at the very least, it's a 3rd bird in the grassland, and if he ends up with a couple pieces of extra food, he can convert those into points if that's necessary, and just not activate the bunting.
Yeah. Yeah. The Vim is definitely making the calculation here to see, can they lay eggs until the end of the game, or do they go back to forest to pick up food to play that king rail there?
Yeah, and that king rail is potentially a huge play. I mean, it's 6 points on its own because of the omnivore bonus, and then potentially another bonus card, and he's going to have to play probably the king rail and oh no, he doesn't have to. Well, just never mind. I was going to say he'd have to play one other bird, but that's wrong bonus card.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this. We got the Phoebe. I don't think that means anything. Yeah.
it means if somebody plays it in the wetland, they're going full tuck. That's what I was taught. I mean, I don't.
Yes. I see the Vim. I think the Vim has to go back and play the King Rail here because of the fourth end of round goal. They do not have any platform nest.
Oh yeah, okay. Well then, yeah, there you go. Because that's 4 points you need to qualify there. So.
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad idea because the extra food that the Vim pick up, they can turn it into eggs. So, say they pick up like additional 2 or 3 food, play the King Rail, and then they can still turn those food into eggs. So I think overall it's still a good play to pick up food and then play the King Rail.
Yeah, I mean, you have to basically, amortize or spread the points out that you get from that King Rail play over the 2 turns of the cost of acquiring it. But the thing is, right, it's 4 points on it. It's 4 points of bird points, 2 more points for the omnivore, so that's 6. Another 4 because it's going to let you qualify for the last end around, so that's 10. Plus the value of whatever bonus card. When you spread that over 2 turns, it's well worth it.
Yeah, it is a bit unfortunate that they did not pick up a fish. They would love to have that fish here, but it is what it is, I guess.
And by the way, I did not look at the bingo card, but if commentator does math in round 4, I think is pretty standard for the bingo card. So.
The bingo card doesn't seems updated. I don't know. Let me give a call out to Elsie if you can update us what's happening. But yeah, it looks like the bunting is down. Definitely a slow bird to play in, round 4. To play a 3-point birds, but we'll see if that's gonna make up enough points.
Yeah, well, he's looking at the oologist and the viticulturalist, so he's gonna get that woodpecker down to get the 3 points from the viticulturalist, and then that also gives him a 9-point or a 9th bird, so that he can max the oologist. Plus another bonus card, which he's gonna cross his fingers for and get something valuable. So
yeah,
that's what he's doing there.
Yeah, I think the last bonus card, like for both of them, is gonna be so critical. I think that might be the difference here.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
and Elsie make a good call. Seems like they both have, they both only have 7 birds, or I guess Flan has 8. Yeah, going into round 4 here.
Yeah, I mean, Davim will end up with 8, Flan will end up with 9, and that's, while that's certainly not unheard of, that's, a little bit on the lower side of things for sure.
Yeah, well, you know what time it is?
Uh-oh.
It's time for calculation. I mean, I think that's what the Vim is doing here. Taking out his calculator and punching the numbers so hard.
Oh, okay. So I have time to go pick up a pizza and get some coffee and stuff, and by the time I get back, it'll be done.
Well, given the history, kinda. This might take a while for the Vim to squeeze out that additional 1 or 2 points. Yeah,
no doubt. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you look, he's got, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can get 4 eggs per activation, and he's got space for all of them. So it's basically 7-point grassland right now. But I think, so it's if I'm them, I'm thinking, he's looking at playing the Falcon and then. Then just running that versus playing the rail.
That is a good point. Like, it is kind of tight, and they know that it's necessary. They know that this game is gonna be tight, so they want to take the extra time to make the calculation here.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, look at this! What did they get? Oh, I think it was fishery. Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Fishery manager means like 3 plus 4, 7, 9. Yeah, that was a 8 points play. That was pretty good. Solid.
Yeah, well, uh, more than that even because he needs the Falcon to get that to qualify for last end of round and get 4 points there. So
Yeah. That was a not stellar but pretty solid bonus card. And they still have 1 extra food to turn into eggs, so all right, let's see. I mean, do you have a strong feeling at this point? Like, do you want to make a call?
I mean, I'm thinking Devine, but it just really depends on this last bonus card. I think for Flan, because 3 points is for Devine's. But it's good when you can't when there's you don't have the whole game to plan ahead for making the bonus card, right? When you just get one kind of thrown at you at the end.
Mm-hmm.
3 points is solid, but yeah, I mean, Flan's just kind of. I think if Flan gets really lucky with this bonus card, I think he could pull it off. But otherwise, I'm guessing it's Devine.
Oh, look at this. Pretty solid with the Forester 4 points.
Oh yeah, plus making the viticulture and now the 9th bird. I mean, that's a big play.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty tight. And Flan is taking the last end of round goal here as well, so yeah, it's hard to say.
Let's see, Devine's got 73. I didn't see what flashed up when Flan checked their score, but
yeah. And I'm not gonna attempt to add up the score live here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in my head and see if I can, get it figured out before while that information is still meaningful, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Flan's got 84. Okay.
So Flan has a 10 points lead here with, and the 10-point leads and the end of round go here. So, and they still haven't scored the Uloges, so it looks like Flan is in lead right now.
Yeah. I think actually Flan is gonna be able to pull this one off.
Yeah. All right. Did they get a hunt with their hawk there?
No, it was a bald eagle, and that bald eagle was like, yeah, you're not eating me, dude.
Yeah, never. Wow, Flan was being really smart here. They spend the egg in the bow nest so that they can redistribute them. That is some high level late game optimization there.
Oh yeah, that was a brilliant tactic. Yep, it's going to be able to max out eggs now, and
yeah, I mean, look, based on what we know, looks like Flan got this first game.
Yeah, no doubt. I was there. You go. Commentator guesses or commentator calls it wrong.
Well, technically, I did not make any calls, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did earlier. I thought Devine had it, but
yeah, I think all the EOR kind of add ups, and yeah, I wonder if Devine was better off playing the hummingbird in that grassland and spamming the hummingbird in the grassland instead of going to the forest a few more times. But yeah. All right, let's look at this.
Oh wow, yeah, Flan.
Wow. Not even close. That's a 12 points difference here.
Wow.
Congrats. Very well played, Flan. Very nice.
Yeah, what a game.
Absolutely. Well, this, by the way, just a reminder for all the viewers, this is going to be a best of 3. So Flan took the first game. So we're going to game 2. If the Vim can win another one, then we'll go to the decider third game.
Yeah. So who's replacing me? Is it Elsie or the Frenchman?
I think
that would be me.
all right.
I'm actually here on time this time. Tay, you are streaming a bingo board that doesn't exist anymore, so it's not my fault.
All right, I streamed the wrong side of the bingo right here.
You streamed the wrong side and then you froze it. So.
All right. Well, now is the perfect time to review what do we have on the bingo. Let's see. We have pole being used, yes, and ooh, look at this. As always, that's almost a free space, to be honest.
Yeah, we've gone around so many times that I had to go back to yellow. So.
Yeah, and then Black Chin Hummingbird makes an appearance. I mean, that's like 90% free space as well, to be honest.
When I'm around, yeah.
And then players get screwed by deck. I mean, technically, Flan kind of pull
Flan did pull it back.
Yeah, so
I'm very impressed with the end scores here.
And excuse you, I do not remember talking about any conspiracy theories, so...
You did it within, like, the first 30 seconds.
I did not.
Conspiracy time.
I know.
Yeah.
I said conspiracy time. I know that.
Somebody said it's time for conspiracy, and then Tay was like, no, we gotta stop Flan starting the starting hand.
Well, that means conspiracy was not being discussed.
It was mentioned.
All right. But anyway, welcome, Elsie. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
That was a pretty hard pivot there.
Yeah, bye.
and bye, Groovenstein. Thank you. It was a pleasure, as always.
See you guys.
See ya. All right. Yeah. Wow. That was a very exciting game and very fast game as well. But hopefully the Vim can take the second game so we can go into the third game. That would be pretty exciting.
Yep.
All right. Should we let them know they should go ahead and get started?
Yeah, I just messaged them.
All right. Awesome. So, Elsie, what do you think of the first game?
I was not expecting those end scores, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's just a little bit of commentator bias or bitterness, but I gotta say that, like, it sounded like Flan was screwed for most of it. But
yeah.
He ended up with 104, which is impressive.
Very impressive. Oh, look at this.
That's not a raven in the tray.
I saw a raven. Alert.
I saw a raven.
Yeah?
Defeat show us the raven.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, this is what they need. They really need to, take this game to have a chance. But again, there's no guarantee. Sometimes you can choke with a raven too, so.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at
Raven choke.
Raven choke hashtag. Is there a new hashtag there? All right, let's look at the hand here. Ooh, look at this. Shout out to Mr. Beast or Mr. G's the Beast.
Oh, Phoebe? We
have the Phoebe.
Phoebe!
And Phoebe is so nice when you're gonna play the Raven, so you can use the free grub from Freebie to play it.
Oh, and that Sandhill Crane.
So the Sandhill Crane.
Did you keep the Sandhill?
It's a tricky one. If you start an early Sandhill Crane, it's gonna slow your game down so much because you're only gaining like one food at a time. But at the same time with the Phoebe though, if you have the Phoebe and the Raven, then you're getting 3 food, so you can feed 1 grain to the crane. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was thinking the Hawk, the Phoebe, the Sandhill, and the Raven.
Ooh.
If you could manage to get them all down at some point. I don't even know how you do that.
I mean, in theory, it looks really good, but and again, as a reminder to people watching, we are also playing with the house rule for the tournament. So the Raven and the Killdeer and the Franklin Skull cannot be played until round 2. So the Vim here, they also have to be thinking what are they gonna do to fill up their round 1 before they can play the Raven here.
Yeah. House rules are very good when you are not the one with the raven.
Yes, absolutely. Um,
Yeah.
and I mean, looking at this, like, they definitely love to pick up the raven, and while they would love to pick up the canvas back as well, because when you have the raven, you always want to have a strong wetland, and the canvas back is going to help with that, and the 4 egg spots is going to help as well. So yeah, we'll see. If
I really wish the Veeam would actually show us what bonus card they have.
right, they're keeping the suspense
Switching
here.
back so fast. I think it's one of the nest type ones.
Okay.
In which case the canvas back would be very good.
Yeah.
But you gotta use your first turn to grab that raven, and unless Flan gets a full puck starting hand, he's probably gonna grab the canvas back.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, is the double-edged sword, like, you either grab the raven to deny it, but look at this. Are you kidding me?
Oh, double raven!
Oh, this is gonna be spicy.
And the house finch and the violet green swallow.
I mean, look at this. Look at and the ecologist as well. Oh my god.
Okay, why would you take the flycatcher here though?
I mean,
Just for well, that's the end of round and start off your round 1 faster since you have to wait on the raven. I mean, guess.
Absolutely. Like if you, I think the flycatcher is absolutely perfect here, because like we say, we are playing with house rule. You can't play the raven until round 2. So in all round 1, if Flan has the flycatcher down, they can get enough food to play the rest of the birds that they want. So instead of just like blindly drawing birds or doing some other random stuff. So I think the flycatcher is absolutely great here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So would you take the canvas back if you're Flan here, or no?
I would. Like they gotta pick up the canvas back here, because ideally they want to play the house finch and the swallow in the grassland, right, to make an engine. So that means their wetland is going to be empty. So I think the canvas back is going to be perfect.
The amount of egg spaces that we're going to have to worry about this game is going to be impressive. If you're well, no, because they're both gunning pretty obviously to run grassland engines with the ravens. So like, you gotta... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Flan is taking a lot of time to decide between taking a worm or a berry. I don't know what he's doing.
I know. I mean, it's not easy to keep like 4 birds, and you only start with 1 food. It's gonna be a slow start, but I think it's the right call to keep the 4 bird and 1 food.
Yeah. Flan has waited on this so long that he's talked himself out of it, I think. Mm-hmm. So you gotta just go with it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, they know how important this game is. If they can, this. Yeah. I mean, like I say in the intro, this tournament final is so big for Flan, because this is their 3rd time in the final, and this is gonna be their first win if they win this game. So.
Yeah. I think Flan is definitely in the position where you would have to worry about choking. Like, he's got a mental block around choking, where he's like set himself up as, I always get to the finals and I always lose in the final stage. It's like, you gotta just trust yourself, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, the mind game is strong as well in tournament, definitely. But yeah, I think Flan. I mean, if I want to look at both hand, I would say Flan definitely has a stronger hand here. I mean, just in terms of like, I mean, look at this, like they're just like, a lot more tier A birds, and they got the raven, and ecologist is a better bonus card than the next box builder. So they have a lead here. So
yeah.
A slight lead for the starting hand. Well, let's see, Route 16. Do we have a Route 16 coming up?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, look at this.
I lie.
Okay, what is going on here? Now this is getting spicy. Like this.
The deck's gotta make up for whatever it was doing last game.
I mean, too bad Flan doesn't have the wetland raven. Otherwise, they can kind of go full tuck here. To be honest, that would have been perfect. I mean, imagine having the bush tit, the swallow, the raven and the house finch in the wetland. I mean, that's the dream full tuck engine going there, right?
Yeah, but well,
But in any case, that's not
it would just take
happening.
a little bit longer to get it started, I think, because of the house rules and you don't have another food source.
Ooh,
But
yes, that's a very good point. All right, I think they decided to go
leave it
with
a
the
bush pit.
yeah.
I agree with that, I think.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because they have the house finch and the swallow to tuck and draw cards. They don't really need a bush tit that's gonna limit the amount of cards they're gonna gain. So I think I like the canvas back pickup here.
And that star nest works as well for something.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they've got time to build up the star nest for the end of round goals, but if Flan ends up with bonus card birds later on, it's nice to have a decent block of star nests so that you can. Wait, I'm getting confused between the hands, my bad. Wait,
Yeah.
why is Veem playing Phoebe in the wetlands?
I think I mean it kind of makes sense because it helped them to draw cards and getting food. I think it's necessary for them to play the Phoebe in wetland here since they don't have any other option.
Yeah. I guess I sort of had set the Phoebe as the grassland engine. Oh my gosh, look, 3 food a turn with the Raven. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, as I'm looking at this, I also realized like the Vim could have totally gone for full tug as well here with the bush tit, Phoebe, Raven, and Sandhill Crane. I don't know. Yeah.
they've laid eggs, so well, I guess they're just trying to draw multiple cards, but
I mean, they still have the option to pivot here. If they draw the bush tit, they can pivot to a grassland. I mean, the wetland full tug, but I guess they did not.
yeah. That's not Davim's brand.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. Like, I wonder if Flan would have gone for the full tug with what the Vim has here.
It'd be interesting to hear about it if Yuri watches this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never see Sandhill as like I never see the 1 food for 2 tucks as the things you want for building a full tuck engine, but
Mhm.
I guess they're just as good, I think, as long as you have a food source that can feed them.
Yeah. I don't really understand why the Vim played the Sparrow here, but it's
He's just
interesting.
having a little fun with it.
Yeah. I think what they need, I don't know. I would have like get enough food, maybe play the Bells Virio. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say play the Bells Virio in the forest to score first end of round, but it's gonna be so competitive. Like lately, they either at best tied it or they might lose it. So it's hard to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think tie the first end of round and get a bonus card and get a star nest bird.
Hmm.
Like, I think that's a good play.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be trying to lay more eggs when you're trying to run a grassland engine at the start, like Davim's gonna have to do, because it's just gonna fill up your egg spaces even quicker.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Like, if the Vim is looking into playing the Sandhill Crane, they are already filling up all their egg spaces, so it's gonna be pretty hard to run that engine there.
Yeah. And the Sandhill has only 1 egg space on its
Yeah.
own. So
And all the free grub that the Vim is giving out definitely is helping Flan here because they need the grub to play the Swallow, they need the grub to play the Raven. Flan is gonna have a very fast setup once round 2 hit.
yeah.
And the Vim is still missing 2 food to play the Raven, and that their wetland card draw is really slow. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm
Yeah.
a little bit worried for the Vim at this point.
Has Flan just been drawing food for the past 5 turns?
They have been, but I think they're fine. Like
Yeah.
they don't need any cards in the tray, so they can basically, you know, play their canvas back and then look for the round 2 tray and pick up I mean, if that's good card, it's great. But if no, they can just continue to set up their grassland and then just tuck and draw away.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
now
think having that grassland card cycle is so underrated in early game.
what did you say?
I think the grassland card cycle is an underrated part of early game. Like, if you're drawing trash, it's nice to be able to cycle it through, not have to wait until like round 3 in order to start drawing the good cards.
Yeah, very good point. Yeah, the tuck and draw is too good to miss.
Yeah. I think I'm falling into the commentator trap of just like saying words and not worrying about whether they're making sense.
You are fine. We all need a break here. I mean, looking at this, all right. I mean, this is what I just talked about. Like the tray, not great, but does Flan care? Absolutely no.
There's that condor again.
The corn. I don't think they're gonna play the corn door here. I mean, this is perfect, right, for Flan. This is like a perfect draw for Flan. So they're looking at, you can play the Raven, you can play your Grassland Engine Bird, and then you play the Heron with the Oyster Catcher to score big points at the same time, pick up more cards to tug. This cannot get any better.
Well, if you knew that Davim has a Raven, would you give him more cards? Like, do you think it balances it out if he's going to be turning them directly into points?
Yeah, I think I would have given out the free cards here as well, because they have the Swallow and the House Finch to cycle through cards. So having that extra card is gonna help so much. Because in this case, for example, if they have all the cards that they want to play, then they will have to miss out on points, or they have to go back to wetland to draw more cards. So I think that extra cards I wouldn't mind in any situation.
One thing I would point out about Flan is that he's played the Swallow before the Raven, and so he's gonna run into the issue of, oh, I need to tuck this card through, but what if I draw a really good bird and I've just picked up the wrong food with the Raven?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that was a good point. I have no idea why they played the Swallow before the Raven. That was a little bit weird.
Yeah. Got a grassland bush tit from Davim, who seems to be intent on filling up all of his egg spaces.
Yeah. I mean, now with the bush tit and the sparrow, I really don't think they can afford to run that crane anymore. Just because, they're not generating enough food. They don't have that many egg spots. So, they're even tugging the what was that?
Cuckoo.
Yeah, the cuckoo bird. Which at one point I thought can be nice. But
I mean, if you're he's getting 5 eggs a turn here. So, like, you don't really need to add more pink powers on top of that right now. Like, I don't know what other birds he has in his hand. That yellow throat would be nice, honestly.
Yep, that's absolutely what they need, a yellow throat to help them to get more cards. That they can either tuck under bush tit or play. I think the bluebird is nice as well. That's going to open up a lot of egg spots for them. All right.
That whale is probably not what Flan wanted here.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're going for the double play here, which is...
Oh, turkey!
Yep. So with the double play, they're going to get extra 2 cards. So that's going to save them, again, at least 1 turn from activating the wetland, which is huge. Like, given their grassland, that's like 4 points. 4 or 5 points.
I agree with you on that oyster catcher play at this point, just because, like, Flan's just drawn a wild turkey here, and so you really need to make sure that, like, you don't get stuck with cards you want to play stuck in your hand.
Yeah. And looks like Flan is gonna take this end of round goal as well. So that's 2 end of round goals.
Oh, that flycatcher.
Do you go for the
0
big
point birds and
points?
an 8.
I think if you're entering round 3, you probably go for the big points.
Yeah. Wow, this one's going fast.
Yeah. We might be, yeah. They both plays very fast here. Yeah. Ooh. Well, I guess
Here's this oyster catcher draw. Here's 2 0-point birds.
Yep. But I guess the Tohi.
That's Howie with the sandhill crane, though.
Yeah, that could be something. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, the 2 EOR here definitely is a huge gain for Flan here. So the Vim really need to make sure they win the last 2 end of round go here, to make it up.
Yeah.
All right, the Vim. Oh, look at this! Wow, they have the whooping grain. That's what they need, and the woodpecker can help them to generate more egg space. So not a bad trade for the Vim here.
Yeah. Sad that the fish crow is probably going to end up tucked. It's a good bird.
Yeah, I mean they don't really need the fish crow here because they.
No, they absolutely do not.
Yeah, they're saving that for the crane. Do they?
Yeah. They've got the food for the crane.
Yeah.
And the eggs to sacrifice for it, so.
I think, yeah.
Davim is gonna, I like Davim's engine here, but I think it's important to remember that they're gonna have to keep sacrificing turns in order to go to the well, with the amount of cards they have, they might not have to sacrifice anything, actually.
Yeah. Or they might just skipping tug with the bush tit and, it is what it is.
But if you're running Raven, you gotta be getting the food to play birds, and if you don't have any birds to play, then it's not great.
Yeah. Wait, what just happened? Oh, free card?
We've gotten all of the we've gotten all of the egg to food birds here.
Yep.
Both ravens, both crows.
Yep. I guess all the free cards is definitely what the Vim wants because each free card is gonna be 2 points. So
yeah,
it's just gonna be a matter of whether they can get enough egg spots. So they're forcing down the crane here.
That wasn't a force.
Yeah,
wild and 2 brains.
Yeah, I guess they didn't really have to because they won't be able to activate it anyway. So
yeah, they could go take 1 food from their empty forest.
I don't think they'll be that silly.
Yeah, I don't know about this, honestly. All
right, what do we have here? Looks like they're gonna they want to get the flycatcher, the scissor tail flycatcher out to fill up their 4th spot on the grassland so that they can gain extra eggs. So
and that's a bonus for this end of round goal.
Yeah, potentially looking at winning this end of round goal as well. If I'm the Vim, I definitely want to make sure I win this end of round goal, because letting Flan win 3 end of round goals, it's really adds up. That's 9 or 10 points lead there.
Yeah.
All right, Caesar tail. So that's 3 birds. So they're tied right now, and
they're tied on this. But Flan has the kinglet and Cassin's finch in the so, well, hold on. Math.
Math.
Yeah. Well, no, I was just trying to figure out if I could actually, if Flan was getting 3 food from their grasslands or not. Because if Flan lays eggs here, gets the worm from the flycatcher, and a green and a berry from Raven, then he can do the double play with the kinglet and Cassin's finch, which gives him 2 more bowl nests for this end of round, and he'll have 1 turn left over to actually lay eggs on that card.
Oh yeah, I think that's the play you want to make here, and it's actually so big because, yeah, again, 3 end of round goals is huge. That's 10 points lead.
Yeah. And he's got that golden eagle for later on.
Yep.
Why would you take the merganser here?
I think maybe for the 4th end of round goal.
Oh, yeah, true.
All right. Let's see. The Vim really need a good bonus card to make up. Oh, what do they have? Rodentologist and
Backyard Birder.
Backyard Birder. They even score that. Nice.
Yeah.
3 points, not the most exciting, but you take it.
Yeah.
I mean, you take the 3 points, right? Because there's no way the Vim is gonna go back.
The Vim can't bet on drawing any
Yeah.
higher point Rhinologist Bird.
Yeah, there's no way they're going back to wetland unless Flan is giving them bird, but I don't think that's happening. Oh.
Yeah. And there's that Kinglet Finch double play from Flan.
Yeah.
And they have the Bull Nest goal. Look at that.
Oh, look at this. It's looking really good for Flan here with that bonus card. And yeah, the Vim is, it's as impressive as the engine. That's just not enough egg space, seems like it. I mean, I'm not doing exact math here, but it's just not looking good. They only have how many egg spots left? Like maybe less than 15.
10 left.
10 left?
12.
12? That's only 2 run. Like 2 at
Mhm.
most 3 run. Their end game is gonna be stuck. I mean, they have what? They have the big points crane, but the crane only have 1 spot. So
Yeah.
oh, things not gonna lie, looking a little bit spicy for the Vim here.
Well, you know what the problem is?
What?
He didn't get Wood Duck.
Wow, that is, the Vim is gonna be so hurt when he rewatched this.
Oh, with what you were saying about Devim on his last game, you can't tell me anything.
Hey, I don't remember saying anything harsh, so stop throwing me under the bus here.
Ray does not like Devim Grassland Engines 2022.
2022. All right.
Yeah, that's the right year, right?
Oh, I know. Let's not go there. Let's keep it positive here. All right. I mean, Flan has so many options. Like, they still have a bonus card burn.
Tough here. Yeah, it's gotta be the Merganser, right?
Yeah, the Merganser. I'm trying to figure out what would be the biggest point for. Oh, the Wobbler is nice because you get free grub from Flycatcher to play it, so you save some eggs. Very smart.
Yeah, he skipped the Raven here, which is an interesting. I'm wondering if he's just gonna be drop the Warbler in that last spot in the grasslands and attempt to just run the eggs and the tucks for the rest of the game.
I think that's what they're going for. And
and that Warbler might be the last bird in the Bull Nest goal as well.
Yep. Oh my god. I mean, look at this. They got the last Bull Nest for the bonus card. They also got the house wren that's gonna help them to win the last end of round goal.
This is perfect for okay. We're doing the eagle instead, apparently.
I think this might be it for the Vim. Like I think winning 4 end of round goal, it's just so big. Especially, the Vim like really running off egg spots here, not being able to maximize their engine. And they got Ulogist, that's pretty nice, so that's another 6 points.
I think Flan is definitely in the better spot here, but I think he is misplaying a little bit just with the food that he took this time. He took 2 rats, and but he skipped the Raven previously. So you were going to plan on playing the Golden Eagle.
You should have played it, yeah.
Yeah, you should have played it.
That is interesting. I totally thought they would have gone with the double bird to...
Well, I think he's still planning on going for the double bird. He's just not going to run that grassland engine.
Yeah.
Like, do the double play, drop the Golden Eagle, and run it one more time.
Yeah, I think they're going for the double play and the Golden Eagle for the Ecologist, so that's 8 points. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Really solid end game here.
That is a beautiful score on Ecologist, honestly.
Yep, 8 points. Oh, look at this omnivore.
Yeah.
Wow. I
A lot of
mean,
bonus card birds out of nowhere on Devim.
yeah, Devim has been scoring really nice for their bonus card as well. So, well, now I'm like second guessing myself a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
let me
I think
throw
that's
the
like,
ball to you. What do
oh,
you
don't make me.
think?
You're the one on the bingo sheet. Um,
What do you
well,
think?
um, hmm, I think it's still the flan
Okay.
because, like, so Devim gets 4 points on all of their bonus cards, or 6 points on all their bonus cards. That gets them to either 15 or 24 points. So, say 20 points from bonus cards. But Flan has almost that much on the board just in tucks. And Flan's got the higher point birds overall, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, with 2 maxed out bonus cards of his own, Flan's got, what is that? 8 points plus 7. So 15 bonus points on his own. So I think they're not as split as you'd think, just because of Flan's maxing out 2 bonus cards and Devim scoring decently on 4 rather than maxing it. So
Yeah.
I also don't know why Devim's chosen to sacrifice a food for an egg, because, well, I think they're up to, is that 29 spots? That can't be right. I can't read Devim's screen.
I can't either. I think they're gonna play the fish crow because of the omnivore, so that's still gonna make them 6 points. So they just have enough
Yeah.
to squeeze in there.
Devim does have 29 egg spots somehow.
Alright.
So, yeah, I don't know where that came from. Whoops. But,
Alright, yeah.
Flan has neglected the double play.
Yeah, so it's the
An
Vim,
interesting move.
right. So I think the Vim,
I think-
yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say something, but it was wrong. So,
So I think the Vim is gonna win the last end of round go here, which is, you know, what they really need here. But yeah. It's gonna be so close. We see
Whoa.
109 points there. So
dang.
so Flan is looking at 109 plus 4 is like 113 plus another 6 points, 119. So the
Yikes.
Vim has 120 or 119 point here.
This will be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
I am not gonna go on record as picking anybody for
Mhm.
this because I've got no clue who's winning right now. Honestly.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, look at the eggs. So yeah, Flan. I mean, the Vim has like a lot more eggs and a lot more tucks here. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be spicy.
Yeah.
And again, this is best of 3, and Flan already won the first game. So if Flan win this, they're gonna take home the champion for the Striated Mannequin Mayhem Cup, which is also gonna be their first champion. So this is pretty big for Flan here.
Gonna be awkward ending with 2 1-point birds in your hand.
Yeah, I think that was. I look at it. I think it might be Flan there. It's gonna be super close. I think a few points apart, but I think Flan got this.
Very high and very close.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those bird points.
Oh yeah,
58?
that bonus. Okay, but then Flan have so much more.
End of round.
End of round goals. I think Flan got this.
Beam catches up on the. Yeah, because Flan has more tucks and wow.
Wow, look
that.
at this! Congrats to Flan! Taking 2 games in a row and taking home the champion for the Mannequin Cup as
Yes.
well. Well done, well
I
done.
didn't even realize at first.
Oh yeah.
I'm so used to these going for 3 games.
Yes. This is amazing. Congratulations. And well played to Devim and Flan both, you know. Very well played in both games. Very exciting. All right, time to unmute the champion and the finalists. All right, they're unmute. Wow, congratulations, Flan. How does it feel?
I don't know. He's deafened because my computer is having an aneurysm right now.
No, I undeafened them. I think
Did you? Okay.
I think they're
Well,
still like, you know.
I'm here.
How does it feel, Flan? Congrats. First
Thanks.
championship.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild second game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's never fun sending an invite and seeing a Raven in the tray when your opponent's go first.
No, never.
So I was like smacking my head on the table for 2 minutes while
Yeah,
he
be
fucked
like,
about picking his cards, and then I see my cards. I think, okay, we've got a game here.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that hand was really great there, and I
Yeah,
mean, Devin put up a
sure.
really good fight too. But yeah, I think getting all those end of round goals was really smart and really helped.
Yeah.
a lot.
I think having the tuck and draws definitely helped.
Yeah.
It just meant I didn't have to spend too many turns drawing cards. I could just cycle
Mhm.
through. And yeah, like you said, the kind of those end of round goals. I think being able to snatch that third one. I think was it the Finch that I drew, which meant that I could play that and steal that end of round goal. So that was a big difference. And yeah, I mean, when it comes down to, what was it, like 5 points difference in the end, being able to win an end of round goal instead of losing, that can make the difference in a game like this. So
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And then, you know, I mean, it's also interesting, like, if you look back at this game, at one point, the Vim has the Raven, and then there's Bush Tit, and then there's Phoebe, and then they also started with the crane in their hand, you know, like, it was just kind of yelling full tuck, but I was wondering, like, you know, what would Flan do? Like, would Flan go for full tuck in that case?
yeah, it was interesting because when the Bush Tit, because I think he drew the Raven and then the Bush Tit appeared, and I thought, he's not gonna do it. If it was anyone else,
Yeah.
like I was up against another love, and I see that, I think I have to deny the Bush Tit here because that's
Yeah.
a full tuck. But yeah, as soon as the Phoebe went down in the wetlands, I was like, nah, he's not going full tuck. He's not gonna do it. So I knew I could feel a bit safe in leaving it.
I mean, what about you? Would you have gone with the full tuck, even the, you know, if you have the crane in your hand and, you know, you have the water Raven and the Bush Tit?
Yeah, it would have been very tempting. I think, yeah, because I had the other Raven that has to go in the grasslands.
Mm-hmm.
I sadly didn't have the option of going for the full tuck, but it would have been bold. It would have been a really bold move to do that in a final, especially. And I don't know. I would have had to give it some serious thought. But yeah, as soon as I knew that it was Davim who was going for it, I thought, there's no chance of having that. So
Yeah, in either case, well play and congrats again. And
Thank you.
yeah, and well played to Devim as well. Thanks for all the exciting games. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And of course, I also want to give a shout out to Flan's channel as well, Winging It. So if you're looking for Wingspan tutorial, the link is in the description. And Elsie, are you still around? You have been kind of quiet.
Yeah, I am. I can't talk over Flan when he's giving his post-game interview. I feel bad.
well, you can't talk over me when I'm commentating either, so it's not just exclusive. to me.
I'm trying. You talk so much. I don't want to like be rude about it.
Yeah, but well, thank you, Elsie, as well. It was a very exciting game to commentate with you. And of course, thank you to Groove for commentating first game.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next live stream and join the tournament Discord if you haven't. The link is in the description. And see you guys next time.